Awesome delay. Okay. Well, if you can see me, I'm waiting to see. Well, my TV's got a commercial, and I just got a commercial on my computer, and I'm using my phone. Okay. Got a different setup here tonight, so bear with me. How's the audio and video? It looks choppy. Hey, Mark. Hey, Adam. Hey, John. Hey, KP. Hey, Patrick. Hey, Keith. So is the audio and the visual okay? Give me a thumbs up or a. Hey, Dennis. Hey, Mike. Hope you and Steffi and the family are doing well. Hey, Andy. So it sounds okay? Hey, Rich. Hey, dude. Looks and sounds good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, if we have any issues, just let me know because I've got it going through my Wi-Fi, and I noticed that I don't have as strong as a signal. Um, the closer I get to my bedroom, obviously, it gets better, and that's why I can't use my computer, so I'm using my phone. Hey, William. Hey, BB and J. Making meatloaf? No. My dog's exploring. No, that's Buster, by the way, if anybody wanted to know. Hey, Mike. Hey, KP again. Okay, so as you guys know, I've got YouTube gives me 10 channel memberships to give away. I've given away 5, and I just realized that the 31st is Friday, so that means Saturday's too late. So I'm going to go ahead and give away those 5 right now, and if we can everybody give them a round of applause, that'd be awesome. Hey, hey Josh, thanks for. All right, machine. Hey, Rick, Machine Slot Car Underground. Oh, it looks like Dell's wife got a one. I don't know who Froggy Ishus is, and I've never seen Ali Garou, but that's okay. Welcome to the 5 newest members. Hopefully, you guys know that the members have their own exclusive show on Saturday nights before the normal Slot Car Saturday Night Live. It's an hour before. Well, it's 6:15. I set it up for 45 minutes, but it usually goes closer to the hour, as my members know. So please try to take advantage of that free channel membership and join in. Did I give away the membership that Rick? No, I forgot to, Mike, and we're going to do that on Saturday night, the big finale of the Facebook Marketplace collection. Because whatever sells, sells. Whatever doesn't, and that'll be the end of that. So we've got that to give away. We've got G Bud's final car to give away, and I think I've got a look what Scott's got coming based on a I've had with somebody. Hey, thank you, Steve F, and thank you for joining in, man. So here, I'm going to try to move the camera up a little bit so you guys can actually see some of the track sets. And then what I had planned was is that I would, you know, if they were too big, I'd set them up here on the chair and then kind of show them off. So here, let me do that real quick. Hey, Jimbo, thank you for showing up, buddy. Let me swing that around. There we go. All right, thank you, Keith. No, I have to check that out. Obviously, I've been playing with the phone, trying to get everything set up here. So I know it's been going off. So I finally had to pull it out of there and mute it. But I'll definitely check it out. Thank you, man. Hey, Ricky, thank you for showing up. Thank you, Mike. Yeah, like I put in the description, somebody on the previous thumbnail said that it looked there were 5 decades of track sets there, and it hadn't dawned on me, but there are. And so I kind of put that in the description below. But as you guys can see there, we've got several tracks, and believe it or not, there's a whole row of tracks behind this stack right here. So whatever you see here is doubled on the other side. And then this goes all the way up to the ceiling on this side. So if you want me to, since I'm on my phone, I can move it around so you guys can see what I'm seeing, and then you can tell me which one. And there's a big delay. Way. Okay, so I'm gonna, yeah, here, I'll just do it right here. I'll move the camera and then I'll move it up. Like I said, there's a little bit of a delay, so. And I'm moving it up slowly because, like I said, there's a delay, so I can't tell how fast or how high I am. Okay, here. I'm just going to move behind the camera. There's 5 track sets in that box there. And like I said, we go all the way over. And then it goes down. And then goes about the mechanical lift on the boomerang. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can't pull that bad boy out. Okay, cliffhanger. No, the one down here at the very bottom. That's awesome. I'm looking all the way up here and it's right here. Well, is there anything above that that you guys want to see before I dig my way all the way down? Because I have to pull all those down and then put them. I've got my chair set up over here to set the tracks down. Yeah, yeah, Rich. I just now caught that. Yeah, I'm just glad you didn't ask for the extreme racing or the haunted highway. Yeah, those are on the bottom. Sorry, it looked like. Oh, no, you're good. No, that's what this is for, man. I'm gonna pull them out. I was just trying to get stuff at the top first. No, no, no. I'm gonna pull it out for you, dude. You're good. I see I'm spinning, so I'm gonna switch this over to my telephone provider and get off the Wi-Fi. Just a second. Well, I switched back to the Wi-Fi, but it looks like it's still frozen. It's back? Oh, hey, there I am. You see my hand? Okay, cool. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, now I can see it on my TV. It's back, so hopefully you guys can see it again. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. Hey, Paul. So here, let's move that back a little bit. I guess I tilted it up too much whenever I was doing that. See, like I said, the only time I've done this with my phone is whenever I was doing the lap time stuff and it was just fixed. So I apologize. Give me a second. I may just put it in one position, just leave it there. I need to put it. Nice, Josh. So you guys can kind of see that now. Okay. So obviously, like I said, this is one of my favorite tracks because obviously it's got the two Shelby Daytona coupes in it, the 9 and the 56. Um, yeah, there's just not many of these tracks that you're going to find complete. And where did I open it at? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, see, I've got it taped, so I don't need to open it up. But here, there we go. It's not a really big track by any means, but obviously the stars of the show are the two Cobras, Daytona Cobra coupes, and they're the SRT versions. So I don't know, different than your normal elongated figure eight. At least they put a little S squeeze in there, which is kind of cool. Let's see. They'll put a date on it somewhere. (2002). Wow, 23 years old. So, pretty cool. Like I said, I like it just because of the cars. How much? Well, guess what? Whenever I'm ready to sell this batch, sell it with both the cars, and it'll be complete. And then the bids will go flying. But until that day, this one's actually going to be going on one of the new shelves in the living room. There's a few of these tracks that are up here that are still going to be displayed, and what ones that aren't going to end up being displayed are going to go underneath the slot car table in the man cave. Oh yeah, the white 56. Yeah. So that's a really cool track set. Here, I'll move it down. And dude, I'll show you that. I'll show you those Cobras. This one ought to be familiar to Adam. The AFX Double Fire. Yeah, somewhere in there, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty good. Tonight's auction's looking good. I was going to say, Adam, that's why I pulled that one out of the pack for you. This is going to be another one that is, because I like the artwork. Like I said, guys, I'm single, so I kind of get to decorate how I want to. And this is one of those that has some pretty cool artwork, you know, the flames in the back, and yeah. And this one's got a, you know, what I like them to do, and that's put other cars on the back to give you like a little wish list or a dream of stuff that you want to try to buy. If you want to know what the really very expensive cars on here are, it'd be that one right there, that truck, and that Porsche, and that Testarossa. So there, and there, in my collector's experience, are the most expensive three on the back right here. And believe it or not, that Corvette pulls some good money, and that Camaro pulls some good money. You can usually find the Jaguar, you can find the BMW, you can find the 962 Porsche, and you can find these down here. And there's the only 4 lighted turbos that they had at the time. And I've got that track set too. So I've got both track sets that show both pairs of cars, which is kind of cool. See what year this one is. 1989. So, what, 36 years old is what my math says. So, Adam was a youngster when he got this track set. Way better than hanging pictures. I hear you, man. Hey, Luke, thanks for stopping in, man. So, like I said, this is also another favorite because of the artwork. And then, if you guys remember the picture I posted, you know, Adam gave me the picture of him and his dad setting up a track set, and then this was one of his. And we've been trying to find him a decent shaped box ever since, because, well, I didn't realize it's 36 years old, and so even though it's got some damage right there on the stuff, but the other side's not that bad, and the back's not that bad, so it's in pretty good shape. And everything's still in there. Pretty cool. Oh, let's see. Oh, here's a track set that is like at the very end of when Mattel was doing track sets. This is when they were trying to get kids into the hobby, and they came out with these, I guess for lack of a better term, more exciting cover art. They started displaying the cars like what you see in Auto World now. You know, they threw in the loops. There's your variable speed controllers, like I pointed out on other track sets, that have the little block on the trigger to keep, so you know you can advance for your skill level, is what they call it. But once again, this is some pretty cool artwork, and I have another one of these tracks, brand new. Believe it or not, I can remember I got this track set complete with cars for less than $40. I think it was $38 and some change, and that's why I went ahead and got it back in the day. But I do have one of these brand new that's not opened. So let's see if there's any. No, there's no good way for me to get in there and get the cars out, as you can see, without just destroying and taking everything out that's nicely packed in there. But you can see it's more or less brand new. It's just an open box. And like I said, so I know for a fact I've got another one of those in there. And I can see you know, I've got like 2 or 3 doubles of some tracks. But that's okay. So yeah, that one's pretty cool. So I've got one that's in perfect shape that I'll display. So this one's probably going to get hidden away. And since it's brand new still, it's an open box, brand new, it's just trash, I'll probably just leave it the way it is and not yank out the cars, since I'll have them on display. Sorry, like I said, there's a big delay on my computer versus what you guys might be saying, so I apologize. I'm working my way down from the back to try to get level. Here's a track set that I only have one of the cars whenever I bought it, and so I don't know if this one's been seen very often, so I thought I might show it off real quick. The big block shootout. I do have the Mustang. but I don't have that Chevelle. And so they didn't make very many of these that I can find personally. So if you see one in good shape, I would, if you had the money, I would grab it. Because I can tell you right now that those two cars are extremely desirable, especially that blue Chevelle. Like I said, I've got the red Mustang, so I'm just trying to get that car. So obviously I didn't buy this set of cars. And it's in pretty rough shape. But I already had the Mustang, so I figured, let's see if we can find a date for this one. Should be fairly decent if they're showing off the Mega G Plus. Here we go. Well, you usually have it back here with all the info. Let's see if there's a easy accessible instruction guide here real quick, because those usually have it on there. Oh, nice PB&J. Yeah, definitely you should. Like I said, these are hard to find tracks because most of them have been destroyed like this when they were opened up, and most people opened them to race them. I don't know, it doesn't have a date on there that I can see, and I don't see the book where I can get to it without yanking all the stuff out of it. And if I do that for every track set, we'll never get through them. So, but anyway, this is a really cool one, kind of rare. And the cars definitely are collectors, both of them, without a doubt. So I would, like I said, if you can find this set somewhere, I strongly suggest if you can afford it to pick it up, especially if it has the cars. But even if you don't see the set, you see the cars cheap, I would get those too. You have that set. Oh, nice. That's even better. I thought you said you were looking for it. I'm jealous. Mine looks like crap. Well, if you remember, I had the Carrera Ghost stuff whenever I was building my other track, and I actually had a Ferrari Challenge with the F1 cars, and another Ferrari Challenge that had the like the 838 Italia or something. I don't know. Anyway, had a couple of the coupes, and they were officially licensed. And then I had 4 wireless controllers. I was doing it all as something different while I was working on the HO track. And then I got so busy working on that I never even messed with the Carrera Go stuff. And so I actually opened up one of those that has the stock cars. This one right here is a stock car set, and I opened it up and made a little circle on the table. So I can't remember which live I did that on, but I actually got a GT40 164 scale car to run around on the track, which was pretty cool. Okay. All right, well, since we got 2 of these, we'll just get 2 of these away. Once again, I got 2 of the Bill Elliott Championship, both of the Thunderbirds there. Once again, more of the awesome artwork with the cars on the back. And this is Tommy, so it's got to be somewhere in the 80s. Yep, 1987. So 38 years, or yeah, 38 years ago. So that's why this box is trash. And it came with everything, and so I just yanked out the cars because I got it for less than 40 bucks. So, you know, if I can buy a whole track set for less than $40, I'm not too concerned about how the box is. It's just a bonus if the box is even there. Because you can just look at it this way. If it comes with the cars and you're paying less than 40 bucks, $20 a car plus free track or free track and 2 cars, however you want to look at it. But yeah, pretty good deal. Since I got 2 of those, I'll yank it down. See, this one's in much better shape. So, well, there is a story behind this one, so I might as well tell it. I bought this track brand new back in the day whenever a buddy of mine and I were in college, Eric Molina, and we rented a house, and the third bedroom we turned into a slot car track room. And so I bought this track set to help expand what I already had. And that is what you see here, which is 3 of my original track sets from when I was a kid. Not all of my track sets, but 3 of them that I was able to keep with me. So that's the story behind that one. That one, this box right here was actually purchased. This whole track and everything was actually purchased by me back in the 89, 90. So that's about right. So pretty crazy. Memory lane. Set released in 2020 according to AI. Yeah, well, you know, AI is good for some things, but I'm guessing that's way off because I can remember specifically buying that. Here's one that is very similar to the was it Double Fire that Adam had, except they called it the Thunderball 500, and this is the Australian version of this set. So they kept the same box art, which is crazy if you notice, and then but the cars changed. It came with a newer Thunderbird and the 300ZX. See? Instead of the 2 Firebirds. And here, I've still got that one right here, so I can just show you the artwork and how it's the very same, except for the cars on the track. So here you have the Double Fire with the Firebirds. You see the Firebirds, and that's what came in this track set. Then you have the Australian Thunderball 500. Still has the same Firebirds, but you can see it switched to the Thunderbird and the 300ZX. Crazy, but the very same artwork. And then the back of the box is completely different. So, same track, same artwork, 2 different sets of cars, different name. So, that really threw me for a loop when I saw that. I was like, I already got that track set. And then I got to look and I was like, well, one says Double Fire and the other one says Thunderball 500. And then I started looking and I was like, well, it shows Firebirds, but it really's got the Thunderbird and the 300ZX on it. So, like I said, very same track, very same artwork, just a different name, different cars, and a couple of different pictures. Crazy how they do that. I don't have to spend a lot of time on these because, well, we've all seen the Infinity Raceways before. Yeah, this is the Mega G Plus version. So we'll see several of these except for the ones that I've got out in the living room. So yeah, we've got, this is the Mega G Plus version when, you know, it came with obviously those 2 cars. And then I've got the new Formula E version of that, and this one's brand new. I just opened it up myself to get the cars out of it, and I've got them in the baggies in the case. But yeah, in fact, if you go way back in time, you can see whenever I did a Look What Scott's Got, and I opened up this track set during that show. Yeah, see, I got a couple of those Indy Raceways because I was buying them for the Indy cars because I was getting the track sets for $50 and $60, and that was cheaper than you could buy the whole track set new for 90 or 100. And like I said, I mainly wanted the cars, so I doubled down on those. And, oh, cool! We're to a track set that's really, really, really hard to find, and I don't even have these cars. I got the track set and hoped that I could find the cars someday. And the only time I've seen them for sale, um, let's just put it this way, it had gone for like about 5 times what the the track set went for when it was new, just for the 2 cars. But they're obviously Mega G's, the Big Bank Raceway, so obviously it comes with banks, and then it comes with 2 Monte Carlos, the First Strike, and once again the hardcore, for like the hardcore racer. And like I said, I've only seen these cars a few times, but if you do see them and they're for sale and you can afford them, grab them. They are very collectible because they didn't, once again, make a lot of these track sets. It's got 20 feet of track in it, so it's pretty cool. And then the standard normal back stuff, no showing extra cars and stuff. I guess they showed a GT40 there. What year did they come out with this? Hey, Slot Car League of Champions. Thanks for showing up, Mr. St. John. Trying to find a date. Okay. Well, this is the side that's taped. I don't know. I don't see a date right off the bat, and I'm not going to sit here and bore everybody with me trying to search it, but yeah, if somebody knows, you can put it in the chat and help me out. But once again, almost every set up here I have the cars, but this is one of the sets that I do not have of the cars. I don't have either one of those cars. So if someone has them and they want to do some horse trading, let me know. Or if you see them and you buy them, or you know where you can get them, let me know. After I get the Mustang running, I'll definitely be interested. But until then, I've just got the track set, and that's about a quarter of the battle, because the other 3/4 is getting those 2 cars. Thank you for showing up, man. All right. Got to move some of these piles. I didn't like how those were stacked, so that's another reason why I was doing this, because I knew I wanted to redo the stack, because I didn't like the way some of the boxes looked like they were crushing. So this box is pretty light, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because most people have seen it. But this is one of the original track sets that I bought back in 2016. I got this brand new. This is the Mega G version of the Super International Raceway. And so this is the main track that was used to build Snake Hill Speedway, my track in my room. And so, like I said, I've seen this track set before, but this is the one that is basically on my table in there. So there's very few pieces of this track in here. And I got all those cars right there, obviously, sitting in the shelves in the cases. So. And then this one's going to look really familiar to Mark and Adam and anybody else, obviously, that has this set. But this is a harder to find with the cars at a decent price that aren't busted up with all the track set. But this is the 4-way split, and I got it complete, which was awesome. And all 4 of my cars were the bodies were in great shape, but these came with Super G pluses. And if you're familiar with the old, some of the Super G pluses with the real dark black chassis, they were really brittle, and they would crack around the where the rear axle sat if you wrecked them too hard. And every single one of them has the rear end assembly back there cracked. So I would literally have to just go ahead and replace every chassis underneath those cars, but I didn't. I just left them the way they were because I knew I wasn't going to try to run them. But when I do go to sell the track set somewhere down the road and sell them with the cars, then I'm going to make those where they're perfect. So if someone does want to run them, they can. But that's a really cool track set. It's cheaper than your Super International, and you still got some 4-lane action going there. Basically some 9s and 12s corners. And then they split it because of the lap counter. So hence the name 4-way split. And I believe Adam sold his. I think Rob Rodriguez bought it. Not too much on the back here, but it obviously gives us the big date in bold. So yeah, 2000. So this thing's 25 years old. Suzuka, yeah, there you go. When is it donuts time? Wrong show, Adam. Yeah, I heard David was a little hellion whenever Brian was out of town. I don't envy that boy tonight. And any of you that were watching PTT earlier today know what I'm talking about. I think David's going to get a little talking to about who owns the store. But anyway, so there's the four-way split. Like I said, I know Mark's Slot Car Garage has one of these. I'm not sure if Adam still does, but I know Adam did have one, and I got this. I had my track built when I got this track set, so all the track's still in there. The only thing that's not is cars themselves. And this one is going to go on display in the living room eventually. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. The main reason was to show you guys some stuff you may have never seen before and some rare track sets, and here we go. So this is a European track set release only right here. Got this from Spain, believe it or not. And this is back in the day when, once again, they would show you something as far as cars go. And then when you opened it up, you got something totally different. And they did their packaging different over there. And here, I can actually open this bad boy up. It's brand new. The instructions. I can't read that. So if you can, more power to you. I have no idea. But anyway, here's how they packed them in Europe. So it came with the like the car that John gifted me, the Porsche Audi Can-Am, and it came with my favorite Ford Escort rally car, and both of them are G Plus cars. So pretty cool, unique track set. Like I said, brand new. That's how they did them over there, and you can see the European plug in there. Crazy. Yep. I like it because I actually got to buy a track set with a brand new one of my childhood favorite cars. Let's see if we can get a date on here somewhere in all this mumbo. Yeah, it's a good thing I know about slot cars and slot car tracks, because I'd be lost if I was trying to have to read this. Maybe it's on the box. Well, that's pretty cool. Show off some of the G Plus cars. I do have that one. I do have that one. I do have that one. And I've got that one. So I've got all four of them. That's pretty cool. I don't know. The GX 1100. It's got to be somewhere in the late 70s, early 80s, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't see a date. Anybody know? Oh yeah, no, I like them too, because you can actually put the stuff back where it came from and get it back in a box. So, if someone knows the actual build date for that, or can Google it while we're still live, that'd be cool to know. I'm sure I can find it out after the show, but yeah, brand new European track set. I know I got it from Spain, so it's pretty cool. just gonna go ahead and put that back in its box. I will display this one. But until then, keep it safe. Okay, well, no need to really open this one all the way up and show you, but I can show you what's in here. It's that same Hot Wheels track set that I showed you earlier that I told you that I had a version of it brand new. Well, there it is, brand new. And I will eventually pull that one out, and it will be going in the living room on the new shelves. And then the other one will probably go back in this box and go underneath the slot car table. Oh, yeah, so this is one of those that the box is destroyed, so they sent me the lid, but this is another Infinity Raceway in this box right here. And you're asking yourself, well, why'd you buy that track set if that's all it came with and the rest of the box is trash? Well, because it came with that set-only Ford Benetton, and it came with the Ferrari. So the only way to get that was in this track set. And like I said, if I can get a track set for less than 60 bucks, then I'm all about it. And obviously, since this box was destroyed and only the lid was left, I mean, it's just even the cardboard of it. But irregardless, I got it because of the cars. Some assembly required. Hey, Bob. Good luck to on the game tomorrow. I know you're not having the electric raceway tomorrow night, and I'm going to miss it, but I understand. Family first, my friend, and good luck. And I've already done this because I did a whole on the Look What Scott's Got section on it and showed off all my bands and everything. So there's the California Speedway kind of oblong figure 8. And if you remember, the track set did come with the cardboard tower, and it came with the original vans. So that was really cool. So yeah, really cool old track set. Let's see if we can find the date. Love it when they include the old manuals and stuff. Like I said, I'm going to spend a lot of time looking for dates, but if it's up there, 1978. There we go. Found it. So 78. That's what 22 and 25 makes that. This is a 47-year-old track set. So yeah, pretty cool. Oh, cool. So, all my Tyco people, I'm sure you've seen this track set a bajillion times. But once again, I didn't have it, and I got the cars, so I got it for less than 40 bucks, and for the most part, it was pretty complete. Still had the night glow guardrails. Still got the little glow in the dark barrels. Oh, just about ended up in the floor. That's pretty cool. And I do have that Extreme Racing set right there on the top, but it's at the very bottom. So we won't see that till last if we make it that far. You have that set. Cool, Rich. See, that's another reason why I wanted to do this, to see what other people had. If they had the same things, or like finding out KP had one of those rare sets. That's cool. Okay, well here. This is one of my childhood track sets from, let's see what year, 1979. So this is one of my childhood track sets. Once again, this is from back in the day when they would show you cars and you didn't get them. And I know for a fact that I got two of the Ferrari 512Ms in this track set. The furthest thing from NASCAR I think you could probably get would be the Ferrari 512M. But anyway, that's what it came with. And yeah, I still got those cars, although they're painted different colors now. But some of my track, I did get out the track and color the lanes, so some of the stickers are coming off and stuff. And with this old track, the ears used to break off on the sides. So anyway, this is one of my childhood track sets that I saved money for by doing chores whenever I was a kid. In case you missed that story, I used to get paid 25 cents a week to feed and take care of my dog. And it took a long time to save up $30 or $35, like is what this thing cost. What's it say up here? $17. So $17 is what I had to pay for this track set back in 1979. You can't even buy one of the cars that came in this thing for $17. So that's a steal. So pretty cool. That's a memory. I got me smiling because I can remember when I opened it up and how pissed off I was I didn't get those cars. And I was mad. Santa brought it, yeah. We crashed so many of those barrels. Oh yeah, no, this is like a trip down memory lane here. And then here's another one of my original track sets from when I was a child. And once again, 9 kinds of pissed off because I didn't get the 2 cars. What's that called? Montego or something? Or I can't remember with that one. I know that's like a Mercury Cougar. But yeah, we go good old Jackie Stewart. I can't even remember what cars this one came with. Trying to see what year. This, like I said, this is from my childhood. So since we're just going through Scott's childhood, so like here's my box of spare tires and stuff that was in here. Hey, looky there! I found that. Remember I told you I bought that Bill Elliott track set brand new, and looky there, I just found me the turbo chassis for the Bill Elliott Thunderbird, the original one. That's badass. Oh, and look, the turbo chassis for the blue and white number 7 Thunderbird. Cool. All sorts of white tires. Oh my. All sorts of crap. A little junkyard of stuff here. I don't know what all's in there. I haven't looked at this one forever. The old track erasers from Aurora to clean your rails. Oh, there it is. I found it. Cool. Here's my Magnasonic sound box for my Datsun 510. And I've still got that up in my one of my cabinets, and I couldn't find the box or the sound box, and here it is. So guess what's going to go back on that car? I'm saving that out. That's badass. Like I'm going to save those 2 chassis out too. I want to put my original chassis in there. Do a little rebuilding. Well, the magnets still work good. The other crap's sticking to them. All right, let me dig in here just one more second. Let me see what else I can find. Oh, there we go. Check it out. White shoes. Still in the package. AJ's. That's bad to the bone. $1. Right there. $1 per pair. Obviously, I just showed you I had them opened up. So, yeah. Oh, and looky there. One of my original Tyco tune-up kit. How much did I pay for that? $3.99. You can't even buy the old new stock ones for that. That's crazy. That's a nice little trip down memory lane. And a little treasure hunt all at the same time. Oh yeah, here, I'll show you these off. These are some of the cool old school track borders for corners that you could put up. These are, like I said, these are OG. These. Yeah, same thing. I know Mark and Adam want to fight over that. They want to buy this one because it has the Auto World logo on it. You can tell they were used. See the scrape marks on the Datsun and the Simonized? Remember the old Simonized wax? Oh, crack me up. Yep. And then they came out with some of the ones that actually slid in there so you didn't have to buy the clips. So there's some of those. The Shadow, Kevin W., he bought one of those the other night out of that collection. And these were two-sided too, which was badass. Not just one side. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff in this box. And then, like I told you, I used the stickers on the guardrails. So yeah, that's a cool little trip down memory lane for old Scottster. Sorry I took so long on that track. I haven't had that box open in years, obviously. Scan them and we can print them out. Okay, cool. I can do that. My printer has a scanner. That's so cool. I found those original chassis. I'm more impressed about finding the sound box for my Magnasonic. And it's still, yeah, the pin still hits it. Yeah, no, this is going to work just fine. Cool. That's so awesome. All right, I'll quit going down memory lane here. What we got in this one? Oh, this is my the AFX Smokey and the, I believe. Yeah, Smokey and the AFX Challenge set. If you've missed the story behind this one, it's kind of sad. I got this whole track set. It was one of the ones you could order from the department store. So that's why it came in the plain brown box. You can see there. But the woman that was the guy's sister that I bought the track set from told me the story behind it. And so this is it came with the lighted car, lighted cherries on the top for the police car and the AFX tractor and trailer, obviously. And that's where it got the name Smokey and the AFX Challenge, because of that time in the 70s, there was a Burt Reynolds movie called Smokey and the Bandit. And anyway, whenever I bought this track set, she reached out to me and told me the story. Basically, her brother played with this track set and a couple of the other cars, because it came with 5 cars besides the 2, so 3 other cars besides the one that came in the set. Anyway, he only played with it on Christmas Day, and then they put it all up back in the box, and it sat in their parents' basement until he passed away. And he had bought their parents' house whenever they passed away, and so he was living there, and that's why it never got moved from the place where he put it in the basement until his sister got it out to clean out the house so they could sell it. So I'm only the second owner, I guess technically the third owner of this track, but it's just cool knowing that whole story behind it, and it was really awesome of her to reach out and tell me that about it. So if you guys were wondering, yeah, 1978, and so that's perfect with Smokey and the Bandit, and it came with everything. I mean, everything's in great shape. It still even has the warranty card from Aurora. Yeah. A few of the stickers got pulled off, but not many. Yeah, badass. Like I said, being a collector, that's kind of cool that you get the whole story behind it, and knowing that you're the second person that's ever gotten those cars out and played with them. So this is what the track sets. If you ordered one through your catalog through like J.C. Penney's or Sears, this is the way they came. I have seen this track set for sale on eBay that had the retail box on it, and I'd love to get that one day. But time, money, and priorities. Just knowing I have this one's cool. Hey, David. Oh, cool, Kevin. Hope you saw the little track borders I was talking about that had the shadow on there. Oh, cool. So this is Paul might like this, and if Kenton's watching, he might like this, and a few of you may like it too. It got stuck up here with the slot cars, so we're just going to go ahead and show it off. I'll put it back in its box. But I told you guys I like my train sets, and I've got a lot of HO train stuff. And when I got the opportunity to buy this one in the box, I couldn't pass it up back in the day. And yeah, it was one of those, once again, that was opened up on Christmas, played with, and then put away. And so it's all there complete, and everything's still with it. Bad to the bone. Yeah, nothing on the back. Let's see. Not too much more to show other than what was already being shown, but there you go. Yeah. So one of these days, if I ever have a bigger place, I am going to put my trains up, and because the whole thing that I wanted was my train set going around my racetrack like what Kipton's got. And Paul, whenever he did that with his, yeah, I was like, oh, you guys are killing me. And I don't mix and match. All I have, and if anybody cares or wonders, all I have is Tyco train stuff. I don't have anything else. I used to have a line set back in the day, but I don't know what happened to it. Oh, nice, Brad. Boxcar Peas from Stokely, yeah. See what we got back here. That's just a horsepower shootout. The new one with the Mustang and the Camaro. That's the one that I had, and Adam sent me one that was damaged. I could get the cars out and run them. Thank you again, Adam. Here's one of their what's called their Aurora Factory Experimentals tracks, which is pretty crazy. They all have these little like loops in them and crazy designs and stuff like that. And when we flip it over, I believe it'll have how many different tracks they made. And I've got like half of them, I believe. But I know for a fact I've got both the cars, the Sterling Marlin and the Bill Elliott. Yeah, there they are. So I had the Infinity Raceway set that we saw earlier that just has the box lid. And then the Speed Draft, it's right here. So I've got those two for sure. And I thought I had maybe that one there. I don't know. I was trying to get this Vertigo. Maybe I've got them switched. I don't know. That one's the one that's kind of expensive and pricey, the Blackout, because it climbs the walls and it's got a lot of track. That just looks like a hot mess to me, but that's just my opinion. What's it say here? Trying to get a date. 1992. So 1992. So 33 years old. And then what was cool about this track set, if you noticed up here in the corner, you could put all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them together. And then you could make this giant racetrack right here. If you had the money to spend for 5 different track sets to get that. But yeah, that's quite the wild layout if you ask me. Yeah, there you go, Bob. Costco around 94, 95. Nice, Zim. All right, let's see. And then I've shown off the cars. There's the track set, the Blazing Brakes. And I actually have 2 different, I've got 2 sets of the cars. 2 of the Vets and 2 of the Firebirds. But I've only got 1 of the track sets. And yeah, I was going to show off those controllers. Those controllers are funky if you haven't had one. I'll do a individual track set description on this, and we'll open it up so I can show off the controllers because they're completely different. It has the little ramps and the little teeter-totter and everything in there. It's complete. Trying to see what year. 1981. So 44 years? No. 34 years? Yeah, no. Yeah, 44 years. Yeah, pretty cool. Nothing on the back. So I've heard, Mike. Cracked me up. All right, what we got in this one? Oh, it's an AFX Supercars. This is one of the most recent ones. Obviously, it's got the Ford GT and the Corvette. So we're not going to spend a lot of time on it because it just recently came out. So most everybody's seen it already. All right, here we go. Made it to the bottom. We got the Devil's Ditch. I do have the trucks. Mine are Super G Plus. I know some of them came with turbos, Tomy turbos. But once again, we got the big bad loop going on. The slingshot for the over the Devil's Ditch, which is cool. So I'll have to do another individual on this bad boy because it's pretty cool how they sling the trucks from one side to the other. It's kind of like that Boomerang Cliffhangers. And if you want to see that Boomerang Cliffhangers in action, go check out Slot Car League of Champions. He actually had that thing set up and running. But so that's my guess on why they did that bad boy like that right there. But you know, they got the tan track. Once again, Same artwork as the last one with the Tomy. 1989 on this one, so 36 years old on this bad boy. The hammers look like fun. Was a quarter of a loaded up every time. Yeah, I'm sure. I think one of these days we may have to have a sit down and open up and build some of these crazy track sets, because I watch Slot Car League of Champions videos, and like I say, he's got the boomerang cliffhangers, and he's got the one with the Doomsday. Yeah, is that the Doomsday Duel? Yeah, it's got the little robot that tries to pick up cars and sling it off. So that's a pretty cool track set to get. You can find them. It's pretty rare. Oh, here's another one of my, okay, so this is one of those J.C. Penney's catalog track sets, right here. And I bought this thing brand new. And there it is. And you notice that the cars are missing. Well, this, I believe, if I swing it around here, yeah, this one has the Indy cars. Yeah, they call this one the Super G Plus Challenge Indy set. So, there it is. There's the track. And it came with 2 Super G Plus Indy cars. They're not set only. There's nothing really unique about them other than the fact that they came with the track. So, yeah, nothing really special there. But it is a brand new set in the original box. And I went ahead and opened it because I wanted to show off the car. Still got my, yeah, like I said, bought it brand new. Came with everything. Yeah, a lot of gimmick tracks. Well, they were just trying to do anything they could to try to compete with video games to try to get kids' interest, is my theory. I don't know if that's true, but it makes a lot of sense. And so I've been running with it. And then it looks like the last one on the bottom of the pile over here is the Super G Plus Challenge, which ironically comes with the same 2 cars as that came with the other track set that I showed off earlier, the Thunderball 500 or whatever. It does come with the bank corners, as you can see right there. Got a bank, and makes several different track sets. That's pretty cool, layouts wise. The exploded view of the what does it say? That looks like a Super G Plus to me. Yeah, 1990, so 35 years old is how this one is. It's in pretty decent shape. Cool. Well, we've been going for about an hour. You guys want to go till another 10 or 15 minutes? And then I'll work my way down over here, and then next Monday night we'll finish with the other half. Yes. Okay. Cool, James. Hey, Mr. Murphy, thank you for joining in, man. Okay, so like I mentioned, Slot Car League of Champions has a lot of cool layouts that he did, and one of them is got this Doomsday robot in it. And Slot Car Central was selling these things brand new, really cheap, and I got this thing for less than $20, and it came with the paperwork and everything, so I was really happy about that. So this goes with this track set here, and I have one in there, but obviously this one's got the brand new little robot thing. If you're wanting to see another track that helped make Snake Hill Speedway, my track inside my room, that would be this bad boy. Let me see how that's coming out on the camera. And cool. Perfect. So, Shelby America. Luke, you should know about this. Shelby America contracted with AFX to come out with this track set, basically exclusive, that you could only buy through Shelby. And if you don't know what that track set is by looking at the big picture, that is a Giant Raceway. So it's the Giant Raceway set, but with Shelby, and it came with two exclusive Chrome Cobras, Daytona Cobra coupes, and one of them you could buy, and the other one is set only. And I got this whole track set with cars for $130 before everything exploded. I think about 2017, 2018, second or third year I was back into slot cars. So, it's a huge set. If you don't have a Giant Raceway, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you do have a Giant Raceway, you know that me holding this up is very heavy. So it says, Carroll Shelby, racing legend turned car design guru, brought together the finest minds in the automotive design to create the vehicle that would break the Italian hold on international racing in the mid-1960s. The result was the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe, which won its class in the 1964 24 Hours of Le Mans, and ushered in a new age of American racing glory. Now you can go axle to axle with two of these built for speed beauties, intricately reproduced to Shelby standards. They zip around the track, hugging every twist and curve thanks to super strong ground effect magnets. The 22-volt power supply pack delivers the speed you need, and bulletproof SRT chassis ensure that even if you spin out, you won't have to retire. Pretty cool. So this is one that's going to be going in the living room, probably on the fireplace mantle next to the Ayrton Senna set, because they both stand up as far as their artwork goes. And I know the box looks a little trashy right there, but considering how rare this track set is and expensive it is now, I'll live with that. That's okay. So pretty cool. Outbid on the complete set several times, yeah. Mickey Mouse set. I don't know which one you were talking about. All right. So here, we'll go through a couple of these up here. Here, I'll just pull down this box. It's got 6 of them or 5 of them in it. I'm impressed. I didn't drop any of them. Here, I know what I'll do. I'll pull the box down. I'll pull them out individually. The Hot Wheels Target Championship, once again, commissioned by Target. So this is a Target exclusive only set, and those are Target exclusive only cars. So those two Indy cars only came in this set. So to get those cars, you had to buy this set back in the day. But the only place you could buy the set was at Target. So pretty cool. I'll have to show off those cars one of these days. Oh yeah, here we go. The Monaco Hot Wheels Electric Racing with the Buzzing Hornets and the Ford there. And I will point out something new. So, yeah, I don't have those cars out of this set, but I do have a set of these cars because I did not want to open this box. And Formula Tyco. And I just love this is what they call the shark nose version of the Indy F1 style Tyco cars. And I just love that design. pretty badass in my book. And then here's the old Street Speed Challenge. If you were privy on the last couple of weeks' auctions, I believe Rob Rodriguez bought both of them that were new in the baggies, and then Bruce bought the out of the package Superbird, and then Rooster Racing won that the Challenger for Jamie. Because she wanted it for their as a gift for their wedding. And I have 3 of these track sets, and I sold one of the pairs of cars back whenever I was raising money for the Mustang motor. And then I have one set of these cars that's out of the baggies, and I still have a set that's in the baggies. So, but obviously I kept the other track set because, you know, it's just a figure 8. And the cars are worth way more than the track was, so that's why I got those. Oh yeah, Rob, I agree. Okay. This one's a pretty cool set because it's got the Tyco. We'll go back into the Tyco years. The Magnum 440 Indy Turbo Racing with the Michael Andretti Craco, and I can't remember who was that. Rahal, Bobby Rahal. Didn't he drive the Domino's car? I think it was anyway. But as you can see there, it came with the turbo boost adapter for racing, so you could give your cars some more juice and make them fly even farther off the track, which was kind of cool. Like I said, one of those little gimmicky things. And judging by the cars and the advertising, this has to be late 80s, early 90s, if my memory serves me correct. And that's not always a given. This track back in the day cost a whole $14. So yeah, it can't be. There it is. 1980. I knew I was close. 37 years old. Anybody out there have this track? Hey James, you were close, man. Yeah, 88. You're real close. Like I said, I was just going off the advertising on the cars and knowing who the drivers were and about the time that they raced in the, I guess that was kart back then, the racing series. But yeah, that's a complete track set. Let me see if there's a, yeah, there we go. I can open it up and show you. There's a couple of expensive Tycos right there. If you have those, you got some money. And if you find them cheap, buy them because they're very collectible. So there it is. Push it up to give yourself different amounts of extra electricity, or push it down to I guess for I guess this would be your variable power supply, for lack of a better term. Keep you from trying to fly off the track. Yeah. Bad to the bone. Yeah. It's even, I'm not going to dig it out because it's underneath all the track, but if you remember on the cover, see the grandstand, a cardboard? Well, I don't know if if you can see that down there, but the grandstand has never been put together or popped out, and it's right there. So, and here's the flag poles and the flags, more flag poles. Yep. They didn't really use any of the decor whenever they played with this track, I'm guessing. They just cared about racing it. And it came with the cars, and the cars all had their wings too, so it was kind of impressive to see it like that. Yeah, Bob. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you guys are ripping it. Matt and Kevin are flying. Oh, okay. Here's another, I believe it's J.C. Penney's. Someone out there, rich, knows Tyco, but I believe this is a J.C. Penney's track set, and it came with the J.C. Penney set only Nash truck, if memory serves me correct. 1998, so 27 years. Yep, that's about right. So yeah, this is I believe it, the J.C. Penney's Real Truck and Raceway electric race set. And so once again, since it was purchased from a catalog, they didn't do anything with the artwork, and honestly, that's a big jump up from the other ones that I've shown you, just being a plain brown box. So yeah, they actually made a specific Nash truck racetrack, and it came with the set only J.C. Penney's truck. And I have it. Got them all. I got all their trucks, all the Nash trucks. Yeah, well, since we're nearing the end, Bob, we'll end that on that note right there. Let me go grab the J.C. Penney truck. Told you it wasn't going to take very long. No. Let me wait till I can see myself in the camera again, and I'll move the truck up. There we go. Oh, too much. There we go. And then this is the other truck that came in the track set, the XI batteries. So, both these trucks, this is a set only truck. So if you see these for sale, just know it's a collector, because the only way you could get it is in that track set, or buy, if they had some new old stock extras. So, yeah. And to my knowledge, unless someone can correct me if I'm wrong, and I never claim to know everything, to my knowledge, this is the only Nash truck race set that Tyco made. But, like I said, I'm not saying that that's 100% fact. I just know this is the only one that I've ever seen. And that was the reason why I was hunting it out, is to try to get that Penney's truck. Was there a Sears livery? Yes, there was. Give me just a second. I'll be right back. All these trucks are in the display case in the hallway, so it's really easy for me to go get them. So Paul should recognize this. This is a twin pack only Hot Wheels truck. So the only way you could get this truck was in the twin pack. Once again, the Mike Skinner truck, same way. The only way you could get this truck was in the twin pack that came with the Monte Carlo Dale Earnhardt. And then here you go. You wanted to know? There's your Sears truck. And you could buy this truck individually carded, and I've got it individually carded. So Die Hard Racing, not necessarily Sears, I guess, but it's got Sears on the tailgate. Oh, you're welcome, man. No, so to the best of my knowledge, you guys are looking at the only 5 trucks that Tyco made. Unless somebody can tell me I'm wrong, which, like I said, except the J.C. Penney. Well, Rich, now you know what you need to look for, and get you one of them track sets. Yeah, see, if you guys missed the story, back in 2016, I saw this truck for sale, and it reminded me of me having all those my childhood track sets that I've already shown off. And I texted a couple of my buddies and said, if I build a track, will you guys come over and we race, once a week or once every other week or something like that? And they said, sure. And so literally, me being on eBay, stumbling across and seeing this NAS truck in 2016 is what got me back into the hobby. And then it turned into an obsession, as you guys can tell. So, yeah, we're a little past 8:30, which is 9:30 East Coast time. And I only try to go on Mondays an hour and a half, because I know it's Monday and everybody's got their full week ahead of them. Look out, since Bob with the Electric Avenue isn't going to be live tomorrow night doing the racing. If you guys want me to, since I've already got the table tore down, I can do another live tomorrow night for about another hour and a half, and we can do the other half of the table and show off. Yeah, just show them off just like what we did here, and go through them if you want to. And that way, get some filler in, since everybody's going to go through Tuesday night withdrawals since Bob's not here, and get those done. I do want to throw this out there. If you did purchase cars from the auction on Saturday night, or you won anything, I apologize. I didn't get to get into my computer last night. Shortly after I was texting with the Mark, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but I had a Eura. And it's basically when one of your eyes gets waves of blurriness in it. And it stuck with me for about a half hour, and I didn't want to risk staring at the computer and making it come back. So I apologize, but I should be good to go tonight to get those invoices out. So let me feed the dog, feed myself. Invoices will go out tonight, and as always, no hurry on the payment. You just let me know, and we'll go from there. No big deal. Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, you guys. Hey, Randy. Sorry I missed you, man. Yeah, so, yeah, well, I'm guessing that's a positive reaction. So let's just plan on tomorrow night, same channel, same time, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then we will go through from the other half of the table. And if I'm looking at it correctly, it's 99% Tyco. And we got the 2 Carrera tracks down there if anybody wants to see them. So we got some pretty cool track sets. So we'll get to see the Dude. We'll get to show off the cliffhangers. We'll get to show off the Doomsday Duel. And like I said, if you guys want to see that stuff in action, go check out Slot Car League of Champions. And he actually merges a lot of this stuff together, and it's badass, especially with his music. Right? If you're not done with slot cars tonight, if you haven't already, as soon as I get done here, go ahead and go over to Todd with Toju Racing and check out the Monday Ramble. He's always got some good stuff there. Got the Fast Fives to let you guys know about some new channels. He's got some projects that he's been working on that he'll be able to get some updates on. So I know that's one of the things I'm going to be watching while I'm sitting there wolfing down my dinner before I start typing on the computer. So you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday evening, and I will set it all up, and I'll see you back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. Have a good Tuesday.